Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I don't know what time it is where you are, but right now it's time for more insight. This is insight you can trust because there is more where it came from. I'm your host, Chris Moore. Today with me, I got a special guest in the building, y'all. I interviewed his daughter, but now I'm interviewing Pops, y'all. I got Dad in the house. Mo Charlo is in the building with me. He's a pro baller, a coach, a mentor. He has three daughters, y'all. Today we're going to talk about the man who's still running plays, not just for him, but for his family. Mo Charlo is in the building. How you doing today?
How you doing, my man? Appreciate you having me, man. It's an honor to be on the show, man. And being over here to chop it up with you about life, man, and about my daughter and my journey, et cetera, man. So I appreciate you.
Absolutely. I'm glad we got it to happen. I told you offline, Brooklyn Charlo is amazing. Just poised, professional. Like she done been here before. So I can't wait to see what happens for her in the future.
I appreciate you, man. Man, it's been a great journey, man. And like you said, man, I'm a super proud father, man. It's been cool, man. It tops everything I've done. Put it like that, man. When you see your kid, out there doing what it do on the court, man, and thriving, so et cetera. So I'm excited.
Awesome. Let's get into it, man. You are an established basketball player, but now you've transitioned into coaching. But let's go back to those basketball days. What was your favorite part about being a pro baller on and off the court?
I say on the court, just being in those moments, being in those environments, man. Just where I come from, I'm the first to do it in my family. I had to learn just on the fly. You know what I mean? I had to take my bumps and bruises along the way, man, just to prepare for where I'm at now. And I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it for the world, man. It made me a better person. It made me a stronger person, and it changed my life. You know what I mean? And then off the court, man, it's just to see these kids is, when you interacting with these kids, they're your fans, they're your superheroes. They look up to you in the most amazing ways. To be able to interact with just any random kid, man, it doesn't matter, and to see those smiles on their face, man, when you're signing an autograph, when you're just interacting when you're talking to them, man, and genuinely hearing about about what they want to do in life, man. I think that's one of the biggest things for me, man, because I was one of those kids. You know what I mean? I love the game, man. I looked up to the Jordans, the AIs, to everybody, man. All the greats, man. And so some of these greats, I can actually call my friends now. You know what I mean? And it was through this game of basketball, man. No, this basketball changed my life.
And when you think about how basketball has impacted you, what are some of those lessons that you've learned from basketball that you translate to life?
Just never put yourself in a box. Never let nobody tell you you can't achieve your goal. I come from a place in Humboldt County up in Eureka. You know what I mean? And back when I was coming up, we didn't have social media. You know what I mean? We couldn't just go book a highlight tape and the world can see it. We actually had to actually make a tape, send it out, to the coaches to be able to just showcase yourself, man. And there was not a lot of exposure, where I come from up in Humboldt County up there on the North Coast. Um, I just had to go. I had to go get it, man. That was part of my life, man. My journey, man. I just had to go get it, man. I couldn't. It was either going left or right. You know what I mean? The cards that were dealt for me were to go left. You know what I mean? And be in the streets, etc. But I chose a different path. I knew what I wanted from a young age. I didn't know how I was gonna get it. You know what I mean? Just coming from where I come from, man, and not really knowing. I just had a dream. You know what I mean? Just had a dream and hoped. So and I didn't do it perfect. I tell these kids I'm not perfect by any means. I was a kid. I made mistakes. You know what I mean? I was a kid. I was in college. I was a student and all that stuff, man. So but I always tell them, man, it's how you get over those mistakes. It's the level of the mistakes that you make. And then when you make those mistakes, are you going to continue to make those same mistakes? Or are you going to change? Now,
Oh,
if you
that's good.
change, now if you change, now you're trending in the right direction. But if you continue to make those same mistakes, then you're going to start, now people are going to stop believing in you and believing in your word. They're still going to root for you but it's still in the back of their mind. They're gonna be like, man, you just talking. That's lip service. You still continue to make the same mistake. Your actions are louder than words. And so I just push forward. You know, I got an older brother, I got older cousins and uncles and stuff that had the same like talent, or maybe even better. You know, but they just took a different path. You know what I mean? And I looked up to them, and so I got to see their mistakes. You know what I mean? And learn from their mistakes, and them teaching me not to do the same thing and trying to keep me away from those things that made them go left. You know what I mean? So I thank them for that, and I love them for that. You know what I mean? So it's just about continue to push forward. You know, don't let people tell you you can't do it, man. And it's not gonna be easy. If it was easy, everybody would do it. It's gonna be hard. Like
Exactly.
it's extremely hard. You know, but the strong survive. And if you want something, if you want something, you just gotta continue to push, even when you hit that bump, because you're gonna hit some bumps.
For
That's
sure.
a fact, and that's just in life. But it's how you climb. It's how you continue to climb over those bumps. Are you gonna roll back and just coast backwards? Or are you gonna continue to climb, man? And that's what I did, man. I just continue to fight and fight and fight. And that's just been my life. That's my mentality on the court, off the court.
Think you are definitely a coach. Is I don't think you just came across coaching and was like, oh, this seems like it's fun to do. I think there's the version of you now was born to coach. So how did you go? How did you even transition from from playing basketball to now coaching basketball?
Man, that's funny you say that, man, because obviously I wanted to stay at the game, man. And at some point, that ball is gonna stop bouncing on that side. You know, you're gonna have to transition into something different. And I think that's where we make mistakes, man. I think we think the ball's gonna continue to bounce forever, and when it stops, a lot of us former pro athletes, now what are we gonna do now? I already knew what I was gonna do after the ball would stop bouncing for me, and it
Hmm.
still bounces a little bit. I still get to do the big three,
Yeah.
sometimes and stuff like that. So, and I still get to play with the fellas and practice and things like that. So I still get that dose, man, that urge. You know what I mean? So, um, no, but I knew what I wanted to do, and so through all my relationships while playing. And this is why I tell these young kids and these young men, like, you ain't gonna be perfect, but try to try to strive for perfection and do it the right way. Don't burn no bridges. Don't X yourself out being a knucklehead and just doing stupid stuff. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, if you want to stay around this game, you're gonna have to go back and talk to your former coaches. You just don't know. You just don't know what position your former coaches or your peers are going to be in
Right.
when you need that help. You know what I mean? So don't burn a bridge. Don't X yourself out like that. And so, I just developed a lot of great relationships over my playing career, man. And when this Laker job, South Bay Lakers job came open, the Lakers organization, a guy that I hold dearly to my heart, man. We just kept a friendship over 20 plus years. He coached me my second year as a pro. Brian, we call him B Walsh, and he's a Laker for life, man. He's a awesome dude, and when the job came open, he put me in position to do the interview. And now, obviously, he can only do what he can do is put me in position. Now I got to do my part. I met Nick Mazzella, which was the GM, and Coach Zach Guthrie, who was my boss, my head coach. Um, had an interview with them. The interview went great. Um, they hit me back, told me, you got the job. JJ Redick called me, which was
Yeah.
crazy. He called me, man. We had a nice conversation. He told me, congratulations, he's gonna sign off on it, man. So
Oh,
it was a surreal moment, man, for me because this was my first ever like interview on this side, and I prepared for it. I took the NBA class, so I took the class, man, and learned a lot from that class. Um, how to do like the sports code, just the MacBook part of it, man. So they prepared me very well. And when I got the job, man, it was like a surreal moment again. And I owe everything to Coach B. Walsh, my guy, and then Coach Zach Guthrie for just taking a chance on Mo Charlo and helping lead these young men and having his back, man. So I owe a lot to him. And then obviously Nick Mazzella, which is a GM for the South Bay Lakers, man. So just within them trusting me to be a part of a historical franchise and JJ Redick, with the Lakers, man. Just being a part of this historic franchise, man, in my first job, I don't take it for granted. And for me, if I was a knucklehead along my journey in this basketball world,
I've gotten it.
I would never be in a position to even be considered an assistant coach in this historical franchise, you know what I mean, on top of that. So that's why I tell these kids, don't burn no bridges, man. Just be yourself, man. You ain't got to prove nothing to nobody. Prove it to yourself. Be yourself all the time and just try to do things the right way.
I don't care if it's G League or what, it's still the Lakers organization. How
hmm
does it feel to be a part of Laker culture, man?
It's unreal, man. It truly is, man. This is the best organization, historic organization in the world. Everybody knows the Los Angeles Lakers, no matter where you go. So um, to
You
to
see what I'm
be,
repping, right?
I see you, dog. I see, so to be a part of this on my chest, man, it means the world to me, man. And to be able to walk into that building each and every day and see those retired numbers. You see the Kobe's, the Ace of 24, the Michael Coopers, the Magics, the list goes on, and see those trophies, up there each
Man,
and every day, man. It's just to see the buses, to see Rob Pelinka, man, Kurt Rambis, the Nate McMillan, the Scotty Brooks, man. The list goes on. To be able to talk to them every day and soak up game is just it's unbelievable, man. I still to this day I still sit back and I don't do this a lot, because I'm just always on the go and I'm a humble dude. But this one hits different, man. It's just like, wow, this is unbelievable. This is truly a blessing from God, but also a testament to what I've done over my career and the person that I am. The person that I am. Like I'm just a humble person, man. They didn't have to hire me. I didn't have no coaching experience. It was more so of my knowledge of the game. Obviously, I've grinded my way this far, but it was just the person that I am, man. And when they did the intel, everybody said the same thing about Mo Charlo, man. He's just a great dude. He's a humble person, man. He truly has a heart of gold, and that's just what I try to stand for, man.
my favorite part of you being in this position are the basketball minds that you're interacting with. You say you're talking to these players or you're talking to these coaches every day. People don't understand. Scott Brooks used to play basketball. He played for the Rockets. I remember that. He is a basketball mind. Nick McMillan. I'm from Atlanta, so I have familiarity with Nick McMillan. I remember him being with the Supersonics in Seattle. JJ Redick. There's so many names and so much basketball IQ. I can't imagine what a normal day being around all these brilliant coaches is like. Can you tell me what was your first week like? Was it just like brain overload? Were you able to just dig right in and like be comfortable? How was that first week around these basketball minds?
I was a little nervous. I ain't gonna front.
Yeah, for sure.
Just being like you said, being around those basketball minds, man. It was something new for me. Like I've never coached just like at this level, and so I'm stepping into something that's not not familiar for me. Obviously, I played a long time. I've been around on that side, but it's a lot different on the other side, man. It is, man. I respect all my coaches all the time, but being on this side, man, I really, really, really respect them, man. They put so much time and effort away from their family, man, and they pour everything into wanting to win every game and be great. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? So I respect that to the fullest. For me, I just went in there into the first meeting, man, and sat back and looked around. I was like, wow, I'm in a room with a bunch of greats. And I didn't want to leave nobody out. Lindsey Harden, great,
Lindsay, exactly. Yes.
great, amazing.
Yes.
Coach Bo, great.
Yep.
Coach G, Coach Greg, St. Jean, great. So the list goes on, man. And so for me, it's just soaking up, trying to soak up everything, man, and just learn each and every day, man. And I learned so much so far throughout the year, man. And they treat us all the same. Like it's a unique situation, man. Like we're all under the same roof.
I love that.
I get to see LeBron, which is crazy. I get to see him work and see how he carries himself on a daily, man. It's unbelievable. True professional, uh, great. You know what I'm saying? Like his
Luca.
work, Luca now. You know what I mean? It's unreal. The list goes on. It just goes on. Don't want to leave nobody out, but just to see their professionalism, man, and see how they come to work. And you talking about these as the best basketball players in the world. They come to work each and every day, man, and they pour their heart and soul out on the court, man, and work like it's year 5, going and he's going on year 23. Me and LeBron, it's unbelievable, man. I just sit back and I just like, wow.
Let me because you coach with the South Bay Lakers. You also coached for the summer league team. There were 3 players who actually stood out to me. Trey Jemison, because I'm familiar with him with the Memphis Grizzlies. I live in
Yeah,
Memphis now.
yeah,
Bronny James and
yeah,
DB Darius Baisley. Can you
yeah,
talk about their progression? Let's talk about the improvement that you've seen with these players.
yeah. Uh, let's just start with Bronny, man. He's been amazing, man. From his improvement from when we first got him in South Bay to where he ended up at the end of the summer with the Los Angeles Lakers in summer league. Amazing, man. This kid comes to work each and every day. Come and work hard. Doesn't have an ego. Doesn't he think he's better than nobody. Humble kid. Amazing kid on and off the court, man. Just he's a hard worker, man. Um, his improvement was amazing, amazing, and he's just going to continue to get better. He gets a lot of. He's only 20 years old, man. People forget this
Only
kid.
20.
He's a kid, man. He's a kid.
Yeah,
And everything that comes with his name and stuff, man. He handles it in the most professional way, like a true vet. I respect Ronnie for that, man, and being able to coach him and be around him, man. It's been a pleasure. Now we got a pretty cool relationship, man, and just talk basketball, man, and I always tell him before he goes out, just have fun,
have
enjoy it,
fun.
man, enjoy the moment,
Keep it
man.
simple.
Keep it simple, enjoy it, man. Don't worry about the outside noise, man. So he's been amazing, man. He's just gonna continue to get better, man. His ceiling is super high. DB, um, I got to be around him, throughout summer league and with the Lakers and stuff. And man, before his injury, man, when that happened, it was such a freak thing, man. I felt so bad because he was on his way back to the NBA. He's only 26 or 25. He's
Right.
6'9", 6'10", can play every position on the floor. And in today's game, it's positionless basketball. He fits that model to a T. So shout out to DB, man. If he's seeing this, man, I hope he's doing okay. I know he's gonna bounce back. It was such a freak thing, and I know God got great plans for him, man. So he's young. He's gonna fight back and get back to where he belongs, man. He was hooping, but even a better person off the floor. Jemison, Trey, my guy. Um, First of all, Trey, ultimate team player. He stands for team like no other. He's one of those guys that just does. He doesn't care about like all the glory, all the shine or nothing. He's gonna put his hard hat on and come to work, man. Trey, I call him Debo, strong as an ox. That's
Yeah.
Debo right there. You know what I'm saying? And athletic with it. So,
Yep.
and a hard worker. Like he works hard, extremely hard on his craft, man. And had a great summer. He improved, man, because he came and wanted to improve. I think he improved on the shot. He improved on just the little things, man. He worked super hard with Coach Rambis on just little things on the shot, man. Just trying to get his touch right, man. And he took criticism very well. He took positivity very well. Trey's one of those guys that's going a great leader, um, on the floor, off the floor. But even a better man, man. He's a believer in God. If you guys ain't watched none of his Bible studies, man, y'all need to go
He
follow
real.
Trey. He's real, man, authentic, man. Y'all need to go follow Trey Jemison, man. He does great things, man, with the Lord. So but no, God got big plans for Trey. He's gonna always have a job, because he does all the little things, man, and does all the dirty work. And there's always a spot for somebody who, with that type of skill set, and he buys into, he doesn't get outside his body. He buys into his role, and he tries to perfect it. So there's always gonna be a spot for a player like Trey in the league. I truly believe that. I
Man,
truly
if
believe
Trey
that.
was born in the '90s, he'd be different, man.
Different,
Trey would be
dog.
different.
Different.
Uh,
Another one, I know we didn't talk about this one though, but another one was Cole
yes,
Swider, man,
man, he was
sniper.
out there hooping.
What? That boy is a sniper. I truly believe, like, every time he shoots the ball, I think it's going in. Like, he does everything the same. The reason why, promise, is he's one of the hardest working players I've been around. Like, he truly
Mhm.
comes and works before practice, after practice on that jump shot. It doesn't happen overnight. That boy
Yeah,
puts in the work, man. He truly got a sniper though, but he's a hell of a leader. Like, Cole is
oh,
a
that's
true
true.
leader. Oh man, he was like, he led our summer league, like, on the court, like, vocal. Obviously his play, like, you've seen his play, but he truly works hard every practice. He don't take no practices off. He's coming to work. So the results are the results because of his work. But when things are going bad, he's a leader. When things are going good, he's a leader. Like, he stays even keel, but he's always leading with his voice. His play too, but his voice. He's always trying to help he's always trying to help the younger guys be successful. He's always uplifting them. I mean, letting them know, like, no, put your head down, because he's been in it. He's
Yeah,
been in and out the league 10 days, man. It don't waver, Cole, man. He just gonna work, and he's a believer in God as well, man. And he just signed over to Turkey, I believe. You know what I mean? So this is his first European gig.
yeah.
Truly, truly well deserved, man. So shout out to Cole, man. Truly a true leader, man. They got a great one over there, man. And he gonna do big things.
Uh, he'll be back soon. I'm
One
pretty
hundred,
sure he will be back soon.
100%, 100%.
We mentioned a few players. These are players that you coach, but I'm pretty sure your favorite player comes out of your own household. Talk about what it's like being the father of a young lady who's now going to school, playing basketball, who seems to be following in your footsteps. How does that feel?
Man, it's hard to even explain, man. Like, the words can't even. Like, as a father, like, it chokes me up a little bit, man, because I didn't have a father. I don't know my biological father. None of that, man. So to see your kid, like, follow your footsteps as a parent, you always, like, that's your dream. It don't always work out like that, and then it's not everything, but to see it unfold, and for it to happen, man, it tops anything I've ever done in this basketball journey, man, this basketball world, man, because I I want her to be the successful, and I want her to be the best she can be, man. I want her to succeed, man. So it's been amazing. It's been amazing, truly. It's been amazing.
I'm right there with you, man. I have a 3-year-old. He turns 4 next month. So I get it, man, and it's a wonderful thing. Same situation, only difference. I know my father, but he just wasn't involved in my life. So I'm pretty sure we can relate when we say we're trying to be the father that we always wanted, or the father that we didn't have. I want to know, as a parent, when she was in high school, when she was in middle school, when she was starting this journey out, were you the dad that was always in the stands?
I never was in the stands because I don't like to sit. I like to stand. I'm 6'7". I need my space.
Yeah,
And for me, when you're in the stands, you kind of have those delusional parents who don't even know what they're talking about. So I never wanted to just hear all the bull. You know what I mean? So I like to stand off. I like to stay in my own space, and man, so that way I can enjoy the game. But growing up for her, her younger years, I never wanted to be the head coach. I kind of was, but I wasn't. I didn't have that title, because I never wanted that to come back on Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you only get, you only getting this, you only playing, you only get shots, whatever it is, because your dad's a coach. Nah,
Yeah,
I've seen it two times, too many times, and I never wanted that for her. So, I mean, I was always on the staff, and obviously I ran practices and things like that, but I just didn't have the head coaching title because I didn't want that on her. Brooklyn, for her, she was my first child, so she was in the thick of my whole career,
mm,
early from the beginning all the way up. So she's got to go, she's got to go overseas. She's got to do a lot of things through this game that a lot of people will probably never do in their life. She's got to go up the Eiffel Tower, at the age of 1. She's got to go to London. She's got to experience the world from a young age through this game of basketball. You know, being with her dad. You know what I mean? So she was either gonna love it or hate it. Honestly, it wasn't gonna be in between because she grew up in the gym. You know what I mean? So when we went over, there was a time when we went overseas when I was in Japan for my first year. They did like a little basketball camp like on Tuesdays. So me and a few of the Americans, we'd go upstairs, lift, and just be watching. Man, and I swear I looked down there, and she was down there dribbling and just interacting, doing all the stuff.
I
I was just
started.
like, man, I was just like, man, we got a long way to go. I told my partner that, you know what I'm saying? We just kind of laughed. To see where she's at now to back then is amazing, man. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I just know great things are going to happen for her. Speaking of overseas, I want to transition a little bit. This segment is called 3 on 3. I give you 3 questions. You give me 3 answers. I listen. I don't judge. Give me 3 of your favorite places that you've played.
Ooh. And you mean just like overseas? Or
It
just
could be overseas. It could be yeah. Let's do overseas.
yeah, okay. Let's do Belgium,
Okay.
France was cool. And then I love Japan. I love Japan. I was in China too for a little bit. I know you said 3, but I gotta throw that in there too. The simple fact I was out there with God bless you. I was out there
Appreciate
with
it.
one of my heroes. I got to play alongside of him. I got to be back in the back of Mercedes with him, like I was just shoulder to shoulder with him, man. And Allen
Yeah,
Iverson, man, and Allen Iverson, bro. That was probably one of the craziest, funnest experience over there because he's a
it's
true
different.
bro. He's different. Like he's really like a true rock star. Like he's really global. He really got the movement, and I got to see it. And obviously you get to see it in the States, but to be on the same court as him, next to him, like doing all the stuff, man. We got, we're in China, so we got people beating down the bus. We got people at the hotels just waiting, man. I mean, it was unreal. It was an
I
unreal
tell
experience,
people,
man.
I tell people all the time, like the international fans, those are more passionate fans than us Americans. So like y'all can't just walk outside and it be okay. Y'all can walk outside in America, you get a couple security guards, it's all right. Nah, you need a whole army if you over there.
Man, the whole army, man. So it was cool, man. He was humble about like we flew a lot of places, but
Yeah.
we also got on that bus too and did like 5-hour drives and stuff. AI didn't mind it, man, because we was all vibing, man. We was playing boo, we was doing our thing, man. So it was a surreal moment for me, man. And I knew AI from out here in Denver, just being around the Nuggets and practicing with them and doing all the stuff, man. So, but to be in a whole nother country with him and seeing how he vibe, that's not out of his element, kind of, because you're in a whole nother country. You know what I'm saying? But he took it all in, man. He was vibing, man. It was a dope moment. And then Japan, it was my first year, like in the Asia continent, and so I went out there with a mind frame like they finna know who Mo Charlo is. That was my mindset, it was my first time in the country. So, and the team I went to, Hamamatsu, the year before I got there, they struggled. I think they're like 25-25, and then the year I get there, man, like it's back to back. So you play a Friday, you play a Saturday, Sunday. So every week it's a Saturday, Sunday. So back to back, those are always hard anyway versus the same team. You know, yeah. So at one point we went on an 18 game win streak. You know what I'm saying? So I got the lead. I got to lead my troops, man, and we ended up winning the championship. You know what I'm saying? And Brooklyn got to see that. She got to be a part of that. She got to go to international school. She got to learn the culture, man. So um, we got to take my favorite picture, of me holding her when we won it. She jumped over the rails and jumped in my arms, man. So those are the best moments I get to enjoy with my family. You know what I mean? They're over there watching me win a championship in a whole nother country, man. Our first year there, it was unreal. Now we got lifetime friends over there who we call our Japanese family to this day. So you create lifelong relationships with people who are from a whole nother country, but they take you in their culture so well, and they just love you, man. They love basketball over in Japan. Is like it's even bigger now from when I played. You know what I mean? Now they got more Americans. They know about it because the country is so dope, man. They treat you so great, man. I mean, it's clean. They're such honest people. Like you can leave a wallet on the train if you got with however much money in it. When they
You don't
see it
it's
and see
spirit.
that it's coming back to you with all your money in it. That's how authentic they are, man. So we enjoyed that, man, like no other.
It's something about those international trips, man, and those overseas countries. My wife and I, we went to Paris a few years ago, and it was just a dope experience, man. It was like I can come to Paris at least once or twice a year. Like, just put that on rotation for me. So I can't. I definitely can't wait to get back out there.
Oh, it's
Let me
dope.
ask you these two other things. Give me the three things that you're looking forward to this NBA season.
Ooh, I'm looking forward to first one being my Los Angeles Lakers are purple and gold. I'm looking forward to seeing LeBron and the new look version of Luca.
Yeah,
And Aiton and Smart and the rest of the troops, Reeves, actually getting a whole year together, a whole training camp together, man, to see what we can really do, man. Because obviously, for Lucas, I mean, he loved Dallas. He probably thought he was going to retire a Maverick. I honestly
for
thought he
sure,
would too. So when that trade happened, man, it was like the world went crazy. Like, what? That's probably like the biggest trade in my lifetime.
for sure.
You know what I mean? Trade, not off season something, but that was a trade. You know what I
A
mean?
straight up
So
trade, yeah.
yeah, so that was like, whoa, are you serious? What is going on? Type stuff, man. But it worked out for the better for both parties, man. And so I think I'm anxious to see that. Secondly, I'm anxious to see Bronny's, his development, man. Again, he's worked so hard throughout the G League. You can see the numbers, man. In each game, he got so much better and better and better, and he bought in, man. There was no ego for him. He didn't come to the G like, oh no, this is the motion. No, he came in wanting to get better, wanting his reps, man, and then you could see it carried over to summer league, man. He had a great summer league, man. So I'm very anxious to see um, how that goes for Bronny, man, because he's playing at a high right now. He's playing with a lot of confidence, man. And so he just needed the reps. Third, oh, I want to see what KD and gonna do over there in Houston. I'm, I'm always a KD fan, and I'm a fan of basketball, and I respect the greats. So I think that was a good pickup for them. The West is loaded.
Oh, man.
It's
What's
loaded. It's
yeah.
loaded, man. So it's gonna be a dogfight, for us out there in the West. But as Lakers and the Laker Nation, man, we work hard, man. We prepare each and every day, training camp, off season, like so. I think we're ready for that fight, though. I tell you
I
that
think so too.
we're ready for that fight.
I'm a LeBron guy, so wherever LeBron go, that's where I go. I will say, since I am in Memphis, I've grown to be somewhat of a fan. I
Yeah,
need the league to expand so Memphis can go to the East Coast, to the Eastern
it
Conference, because it's tough out here in the West, man.
is,
Um,
man. It's a
Let
dog
me
fight
ask you this: Give me three things you're looking forward to in the G League.
in the G. I'm looking forward to getting back first because last year we had a rocky start, at the beginning. We didn't have a lot of we didn't get our two ways. Like a lot of people got their two ways. And we were young, so in the G, I think the teams that have a lot of vets on them, like the Stockton Kings, they won it, right? You go look at their roster, they're not young. They had a lot of veteran guys, and that makes a difference. So when we added like Cole, we added Stanley Johnson, Stanimal, my guy,
Stan.
um, great leader. We added some vets to it, and then the guys got comfortable as the season went on. Bronny got comfortable. He started hooping at a high level. We were the hottest team, at the end, a month the last 2 months, month and a half. I think we missed the playoffs by like 2 games. You know what I mean? So I'm anxious to get back, man, because I think we gonna make our run. You know what I mean? I think um we got something shaking up, man. And then secondly, man, it's about us, man. I ain't worried about no other G League teams. It's about the South Bay Lakers, man.
You do get a chance to get some run with the Big Three. Can you talk about the Big Three and the impact that it's had for you? Big Three has been growing, man. So I love what they're doing.
Q, Q got it rocking. Q with Jeff, they got it rocking, man. It's just been when you start something. I mean, obviously Q had a vision, man, and his vision when he started, man, his vision to now is playing out. I mean, each and every year it's gotten better, and you're getting more and more guys wanting to play in it, man. And I think for Q, big shout out to Q, man, just giving us that platform, giving us at the highest stage in the summer. Like games are on CBS, it's not it
Yes.
ain't no Rudy Poo League, nothing like that, man. It's real professional, man. So um, shout out to Q, man, and the whole Big Three crew, man, that makes this thing shake each and every week because it's not easy, city to city, And now now it's owned by owners, So you got the Houston team owned by the Miami, et cetera, Detroit, et cetera, man. People are really starting to see the vision, man. And you got like guys like Dwight Howard, that's a Hall of Famer.
Yep.
He sees a
Starting
vision,
to get those names.
he's in it, and they're in the playoffs. So I think they play tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So if y'all ain't watched the Big Three, y'all need to tune in, man. It's just down to the Final Four, man. The top four best teams in the Big Three right now about to go shake it up, man. The C goes to the final, so it's gonna be some good games. But nah, Q got it rocking, man. You see all the celebrities who are backing them, man, and enjoying
Pulling up.
and man, pulling up, enjoying it, man. You see all the Hall of Fame coaches, man, that are involved. You see the Hall of Fame commission and Clyde, you know what I mean? So they got real names involved, man, and each and every week, each and every year, man, it's just getting better and better and bigger, man. So if you ain't tuned in, y'all sleeping. Big Three is where it's at, man. The summertime for
It's
sure.
where it's at.
That's where it's at, high level.
Mo, let me ask you this. I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to get better and better every time. Who is one person that you know that I should reach out to interview?
Oh, that's man, there's so many good people. Um, I think you should reach out to Phil Handy, 94 feet again, honestly, because I say him because that's somebody, people don't know this though, but that's somebody that's dear to my heart too, man. We gotta, like, it's bigger than basketball, me and Phil. Like, that's somebody who Brooklyn calls uncle. He calls my daughter niece. Like, me and Phil been rocking since the D League days, back when he was on the staff with Musselman, Clay Mosier, Aubrey, Cornell Wiley, Phil Handy. Like, that was you look at where they're at today, it's amazing,
Hmm.
So Phil he used to stay at the crib, sleep on the couch sometimes. Like Phil was really people don't understand. Like they see where he's at today, but they don't see the real grind that Phil went through, man. He had to overcome a lot, man, and shout out to him because he stuck to the script. He's so authentic, you know what I mean, humble, loving, like he really truly loves the game of basketball and he truly wants to see the next generation succeed. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I got that early on, even before all the lights and the social media. I was already getting that pro training, up in Reno with the squad. So and that was one of my best. That was my best years. You know what I'm saying? Like my number wise and stuff like that, I got hurt. I was on my way out, but that was probably like it's top to bottom, one of the best teams ever. You know, Pat Ewing, Jeremy Lin, Danny Green,
Man,
Bobby Simmons, me, uh, Andre Eno, rest in peace, my guy. Um, Donald Salone, Doug Thomas. I mean, Aaron Miles. Like the list goes on,
man,
bro. We had a killer squad, dog, and
yeah,
injuries. A Miles got hurt, tore his ACL. He was on his way to the Warriors on the call up. I rolled my ankle. I was on my way out. Like we had a rocking though, but I would say Phil, man, just because he knows how to grind what it takes, man. He went through. He didn't hit every plateau. You know what I'm saying? He really had to grind. It wasn't given. He had to really grind and earn he had to earn people's respect, people's trust. I mean, Kobe, like, come on now, like, it's
yes.
you don't just earn Kobe's
I've heard the
respect. You
stories.
know what I'm saying? Just to
Yeah,
earn. No, you really, truly got to earn people Kobe's respect, and Phil did that. And what he's doing now, carrying that legacy of what him and Kobe, what Phil and Kobe had envisioned with the on the girl side, with the mama stuff and the 94 feet sweat. Phil's still carrying that
he's still
tradition, man, and doing at a high level. And my daughter Brooklyn got to be a part of the very first one, and she was supposed to go back and work it, not as a player, as a coach now, and get back to the younger generation. But some stuff
yeah.
came up, so she didn't get a chance to do it. But next summer she's gonna do it. But to be a part of something special like that and giving back now is unbelievable, man. So man, shout out to Phil, man. That's my man's man. He's a super dope dude, man. Humble. If I can,
Shout out
that's my
to Phil.
guy.
Yeah,
I can hit him personally and try to set that up for you. I know he's back in the NBA with Dallas, as you
I
know.
know.
He's back with his guy Kyrie. Him and Kyrie are,
Yep,
they're super tight too. Um, so that's super dope for Phil, man. Super happy for him, man. He belongs to be back in the NBA, man, on somebody's roster. Um, so I can, hopefully I can probably try to orchestrate that, you know what I mean, and see
I
what's
got you.
up.
I got you. I'm gonna give you the stage. This is your time to shout out to anybody that you want. Give flowers to whoever you want, and just show some love.
First and foremost, got to give shout out to the wifey, man. Life been part of my life for 20 plus years, through the thick and thin. She's a hell of a mom. She holds it down, man, and my kids wouldn't be who they are today, if it wasn't for her. My side of it is easy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to her, and just shout out to the family as a whole. You know what I mean? Just always, just always having my back, man. People back home, back in Humboldt, man, they've always believed in me, man. I had a lot of help growing up, man, and just people believing in me, giving me places to stay, showing me what it takes to show me that just giving me that home love. You know what I mean? Just embracing me
Nothing
with
like
all
it.
arms, man. So a lot of people helped me get to where I'm at today. So I love all y'all for that, man. And obviously my mother, she didn't do it perfect, but she did it her way. She grew up tough too. You know what I mean? So um, I wouldn't be here without her as well. That's my mom. I love her to death, man. Who else? All my coaches has been in my corner, and then my kids, man. Just me being away, a lot throughout the year. Coming home when I can and coming to see me when they can, things like that. I know it's hard on them, So and then Brooklyn, she just out to her, she just I'm super proud, man. That she's bright beyond her years, and she don't even understand like her ceiling yet. She hasn't even touched it at all. Like
Man,
she still has a truly a higher ceiling. She's freshly 18. I think she's still gonna grow like maybe an inch or two, so she can get to like 6'2", 6'3" at the 1-2 combo. That's gonna be crazy.
be cooking.
So they be cooking now, but just what she did, man. She left home early. Like she
Man,
left what she was comfy with, bro. Like that's hard for a kid. Like she won a state championship here at Riverdale Ridge in Colorado. and then wanting to challenge herself even more, so and then going to a school like IMG, that's well known.
Got the
That's one
natty.
of the top of, you feel me? That's one of the top of the top. So she's new. She's leaving her home at 17, leaving mom and dad,
Yeah,
and going to a whole nother state, unfamiliar. Like she's going to a whole different situation, and to come out on top with a natty with some of her best friends. Um, it's crazy. And then top it off with an MVP. Like,
man.
yeah, it's crazy, man. They showed out, man. They got down. No, they got down like 17. I looked up at the score like, okay, just one possession at a time. You know what I mean? We just kept chipping away. We just kept making plays. People were hitting shots. And then when we tied it up, I said, okay, yeah, the pressure's on Mount Verdi. You know what I'm saying? They were supposed to win, right? They were going on four straight, and we kept it close, bro. And you seen at the end, man, we were hosting that trophy, man. That was a surreal moment as a dad. I'll never forget it. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
I'll never forget that, man. It was dope. It was dope.
man, I've enjoyed your time. I've enjoyed you being on here, man, giving me some insight, giving me some good stories. And I can't wait to see what happens for you in your future, because I know that this is just the start. There's more chapters to come. And I know that we have the Memphis Hustle here. So if you ever drop by in Memphis,
Hey,
I'm gonna be looking for you. I'm gonna hit you up. Hey, what you doing? I owe you a dinner or something.
no, for sure. Anytime I touch Memphis, man, I'm actually I ain't gonna say no. I'll
I
text
got
you.
you.
Yeah. So we'll
Yeah, I got you, man. I got
so
you, man.
yeah, brother.
All right, man.
Having me in her vision, her talent, man, and just taking her in. She as a father, you always want to make sure your baby's in great hands, man, in a safe environment, et cetera, man. Nah, she said nothing but great things about Memphis, man. I'm excited, man, for them to get started. I don't want to rush nothing, but I'm excited for the season to start, man. I think they're gonna have a great year, and they got a great coach,
Thank
man, and Alex, and a great coaching staff, man, with great players. So they're gonna make some noise. I'm excited.
Well, trust me, I'm ready for them to make some noise. I already told them I'm pulling up. I can't wait. I haven't been to a women's Tigers game ever.
Oh yeah,
So this is going to be my first year. I'm pulling up on them. I can't wait to see what they do. So we'll definitely tap in. We'll lock in.
for sure, my boy. I appreciate you, man.